Got my Trader Joe's. When I give a speech, I feel like I'm the carrot top of speech givers. I always have props. So, I was thinking, how am I going to start this speech? And I'm going to just go with, life has changed, as you all know. Change is hard. Everything is change. But harder than change is to live without passion. I think to live without passion is death. When I was 13, I was bullied really terribly. Fortunately, I fell in love with one of my 3 passions of life, bodybuilding. I didn't do it to get revenge. I didn't do it to get girls, though that didn't hurt. I did it to just build some self-esteem, some kid that was just screaming to be able to stand tall and just walk about and breathe comfortably. At 19, that resulted, and by the way, I was thinking today, do I bring these props in, do I not? But they're a part of my history. So, at 19, that culminated, and I'm bringing this into my national championship victory. I was the best heavyweight teenage bodybuilder in the country. It was an honor to stand up there because my parents were there. And I'm still, thank God, to have them around today. And my father, who really doesn't get too emotional, had a tear in his eye, and it was a beautiful thing. Right after I won this championship, I retired at 19. And people were like, you're 19, you're on your road to being a professional. And the truth was, my passion for bodybuilding, while still there, was not what it was because of the rigors of what I had to go through to prepare for a show. It's your lifestyle, it's your identity. I had been on dates and I was making out with a girl or whatever, and the alarm would go off, and I'd say, hold on, honey, and I'd have to pull out chicken and eat a meal. It was all encompassing, and I thought, to me, life is a little bit more than bodybuilding. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I found my second passion, and I don't know where it came from, but screenwriting, screenplay. I love the art of screenwriting because it's a very literal art. A book, a novel is mostly internal. You know, it'll say Janice remembers when she was little and she went horseback riding. But in a screenplay, you have 120 pages to show that. You have to show Janice riding the horseback. I wrote, I think, 9 scripts and a TV show over a course of 15 years. And while my passion is still there, it had changed because the last one I wrote was called Dax Hanna UFC Ultimate Fighting Custodian. How this began was, everyone has seen the movie The Breakfast Club, I'm sure, with John Bender, the character of the Burnout. So I thought, what happens to this guy 20 years later? And I thought he becomes a janitor in the school. And then I took the premise of UFC today is very big in sports, and I married the two together. Now, a movie came out very similar to mine called Here Comes the Boom with Kevin James. I was really upset. Even talking about it now makes my blood boil. And I thought, I'm going to move on to something else. And I don't believe I've quit bodybuilding. I don't believe I've quit screenplay writing. I believe I've graduated toward my true love in life, book publishing. And as you all know, that's what I do. And actually, and I should have had this prepared, but here's the cover, if I may show you, ladies and gentlemen. For my next book comes out this October, and I don't have a hard copy yet, but it's called From Slight to Might. And this is a unique book because it's for the ectomorph, or the thin or hard gainer kind of person. A lot of fitness books out there deal with weight loss, and that's great. I believe I have an advantage here because there's always somebody in a party of people that would give anything to fill out a shirt or to just gain a little bit of muscle. So this book, and I'm not really here about promoting this, but this is my next book. I think in life, the most important thing I'm really trying to say here is you have to have a passion. I have been blessed with the 3 passions in life: bodybuilding, screenplay writing, and publishing. And I've known many, many people who go through life and they're just passionless. And I would just rather be dead than to not have a passion. So whatever it is, as long as you're passionate about something and you're just not a spoke on a wheel, I think you're a winner. You don't have to be a bodybuilding champion. You don't have to make a ton of money with real estate, though that doesn't hurt. You just have to listen to your heart, because to me life is about not winning, but it's about following your passion. I'm dealing right now with publishers, and it's a very, very difficult thing because I'm on a waiting list for, if this book does well, I'll have another book come out next year. And it's okay because I'm still in the fight. I'm still Rocky, like they never got me down. As long as you're on your feet and you're doing your thing, you have a chance to win. So this morning I'm on the toilet, excuse my French, but I like to think of what I'm going to put on my Facebook every day. And I have a really bad memory, so I want to read you what I wrote. And of course it's not up right now, but what I put this morning, which was important to me, which is taking too long because the Wi-Fi here is not working. Okay, it's not enough to do the work. Everyone's doing the work. There's a lot of driven and talented folks out there. You have to slam the door down to stick out. There's a lot of people that do great books and great work in this life, and you have to do whatever you have to do to get noticed. I bother these publishers every other day, and some of them are pissed off at me, but I don't care because I believe in myself, and I'm talented, and I'm not going to go down another fight. So, in summation, it's a good thing if you're on the toilet, and you can also think of a Facebook quote of the day, but even more important than that, ladies and gentlemen, is follow your heart and just live. And if you get up and you get knocked down, it doesn't matter, because like Rocky tells us, it's about getting up again and just not staying down. And by the way, I'm really upset that Stallone didn't win that Oscar, because it brings tears to my eyes, that character, you know, of getting up and just not staying down. So go and follow your dream, and God bless you all, and may we all win the lottery of life. Thank you.